What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon MLB DFS video for this Saturday. It is June 24th. Full slate of games. We're gonna rock it. Hopefully, you find this video doing well. Hopefully, you did well yesterday. Would love to know how you did on Friday. And hopefully, you had a good day. If you don't know what we do here, we break it down. We're going to look at all the pitching on the slate for every single game. If there's some bats that we like, we'll look at those as well. After this video, if you need a little bit more help and you don't feel confident building lineups or looking for a little bit more, we do have a website, FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, which you can find some links in the description below. And with that, you can see BVP, you can see umpire ratings, you can see ballpark ratings. We've got cheat sheets. We have optimal lineups as well, which is a good starting point. I say don't just copy paste them. It's a good starting point for you. You can ask a lot of people down below. We've helped them out over the years. And hopefully we can help you. So if you need a little bit more help, go check out FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. This is the last month until it'll go up to $25 a month. So right now it is $10 a month. You'll be grandfathered in until September. And once football season starts, everything will be all-encompassing for $25 a month. So get on that train while you can. What we're going to do first is anytime a video gets at least 50 likes and you leave a comment, we throw your name in the randomizer and you have a chance to win a free week. If the video gets 100 likes, you have a chance to win a free month. And if a video gets 125 likes, you have a chance to win a season pass to MLB. Another way to win, like the video, be a subscriber, tell me who's going to hit home run, what inning they're going to hit it in, and the distance traveled as a tiebreaker. So we're going to randomize this 3 times, and on the 3rd time, that'll be the person that wins the free week, brought to you by FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, and the winner is Matt Fukuda. I believe that is your 2nd time winning. Congratulations, Matt. Hit me up here, and I believe you have me up on Twitter. Hit me up on Twitter at advisors_team. And it's that simple, ladies and gentlemen. All you got to do, make sure this video gets at least 50 likes, and you have a chance to win a free week. So, we've got an early game here. We have the Cubs at the Cardinals, but is not in St. Louis. It is at London Stadium. This is the London series. This is technically the 2nd series there. First one was back in 2019. Which is crazy to think about, was 4 years ago. It was 4 years ago. Yankees versus the Red Sox there. Then, 2020 happened, 2021 still, and they didn't have a series last year. So we are back. This is what I'm going to tell you. I'm not even going to talk about the pitchers like we're going to use them. Because if you don't know, if you weren't following baseball back then, or if you were, the 2 games the Yankees played the Red Sox in London, 50 runs were scored. 50 runs were scored. Game number 1, Yankees won 17-13. And it was like Masahiro Tanaka versus, I can't remember who the Red Sox started, but they were like good pitchers. They were their aces at the time. Then you've got the 2nd game, they ended up winning 12-8. Which was Sunday night, Sunday baseball. I don't remember. The series, it's 6 hours ahead of us. So, or depending on where you live. So 50 runs were scored in this London stadium. This is not a baseball stadium. These are 2 pitchers that have been hit hard in the past, and now they're. Now, obviously, I'm only human, but the chances of this to be a low-scoring game, I don't feel confident in that at all. Absolutely love this matchup for bats. Now, Steele's making a 2nd start since coming off the IL. Last time he went 5 innings, 5 hits, 4 strikeouts, 2 earned runs, 27 fantasy points. In his career against the Cardinals, 52 plate appearances, 11.5 K percentage, 326 batting average. I am stacking this game. Now, this is the problem, because as of now, like on Fanduel, you have to play the all-day slate, which, okay, whatever. I'm not 100. I wish this game weren't at this time. I wish it was part of the main slate, but that's kind of what you kind of can expect. Being 6 hours, 7 hours, whatever, ahead of you or ahead of wherever you live. So you can play. So actually, this isn't even on DraftKings, is it? This game's not on DraftKings, so I believe if you want to play this game, you can only play it on FanDuel as of the making of the video. But the players that I would take would obviously be the Cardinals. Goldie's 4 for 10 with a home run. Arenado's 3 for 8 with a triple. Tommy Edmonds 3 for 7. Lars Nootbaar 1 for 2. If you want to get an early start on your lineups, if you're playing an all-day slate, I'm looking at stacking this game. And then Waino just hasn't looked good this year. Overall, 149 plate appearances against Cubs, 292 batting average. Ian Happ is 11 for 32 with 3 doubles and 4 home runs. It's a 344. Nico Horner, 5 for 24, a double. If you can't play this game in DFS, sports bet it, guys. We'll have all the sports betting odds on the website, FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. I will be looking at a parlay, probably a home run parlay. I'm just guessing right now. I'm going to go Goldie, Arenado, possibly Ian Happ. It just really depends. The ball flies out of the stadium. Unless they completely change the stadium, there should be no less. I bet the over-under is ridiculous on this one. Tucker Barnhart's 8 for 21, 2 home runs. Cody Bellinger, 3 for 14 with 2 doubles. Wouldn't be surprised if he hits a home run. Yan Gomes, 6 for 15. Honestly, right now, I have so many different I'm very excited about this game. I have so many different parlays, home run parlays in my head. A Goldie, Arenado, Cody Bellinger. I don't even know what the odds are, but I bet if you bet $10, it'd be like 500, 600. So that's what I'm going to do. Not looking at this. We'll wait till the BVP numbers come out. We'll wait till the Vegas and all of that. But very excited. The only thing that I could think that would damper this would be the weather. I know it rains in England all the time, I think. I think it's it's open, right? It's like an O-ring, and then it's open in the middle. We'll see. But yeah, I will have zero exposure to these pitchers. I will have exposure on both sides of the ball for the bats. So then move down to this next game. Mariners at the Orioles. Bryce Miller versus Dean Kramer. Miller has never faced the Orioles before, so you know I like that. Dean Kramer has faced 45 plate appearances, a 209 batting average. Now, yesterday, I'll admit, this is the difference between, I think, our channel and other channels out there. They're going to tell you, they're going to hype up, like I hyped up Kyle Gibson yesterday. For Friday slate, he had good numbers against them. He's been doing okay. I think he gave up 6 runs early. I was wrong there. There's nothing you can do. It's a new day. It's why it's DFS, and we're going to move on. Probably not use either of these pitchers, just depending on the bats, depending on who's hot. Teoscar Hernandez is hitting the ball really well right now. I think he's got back-to-back games with home runs. He's 4 for 12 with a double against him. Then you've got Ty France 0 for 4. Yeah, Julio's 2 for 3. Mike Ford 1 for 4, a home run. Probably wouldn't use Mike Ford. Unless we're going very contrarian. He's very cheap. I believe he's a first base option. Tom Murphy 1 for 2 with a home run. So no real bats jump out at me. Maybe Julio, maybe Teoscar Hernandez. The flip side of that, depending on what lineup they're bringing out for the Orioles, facing a pitcher they've never seen before, Adley, Austin Hayes, Aaron Hicks, Santander. Kind of look at those lefties against Bryce Miller. Next game, Diamondbacks at the Giants. Merrill Kelly versus to be announced on the Giants. Like I said in other videos, you're going to see to be announced for the Giants probably all year. I think almost all, if not all of their... No, most of their starting pitching is just gone. They're on the IL right now. So we're going to be either getting people called up or openers and stuff like that. It is a pitcher's park. Merrill Kelly in his career against the Giants, 138 plate appearances, 18.1 K percentage, 181 batting average. I would be looking at most likely a Merrill Kelly and then a Diamondback stack. We've stacked the Diamondbacks almost every night. It's worked out more times than it has not, just depending on what lineup or what pitcher the Giants put out. I'm still looking at Corbin Carroll. I don't see how you make a Diamondback stack without him. Ketel Marte at the top or batting second, I like. Gurriel Jr., Christian Walker, Rojas, I do like them. So that's my thought in this game. Don't know who's going to be pitching there. Wouldn't take a pitcher against the Diamondbacks the way they've been hitting right now. Looking at Merrill Kelly and the Diamondback stack. Mets at the Phillies. You got Scherzer versus Christopher Sanchez. Scherzer, 208 plate appearances, 33.5 K percentage, 33.2 K percentage, a 205 batting average. Now, if we look at his numbers here, and this is what's crazy. Playing the all-day slate on here, Merrill Kelly is the highest-priced pitcher on the slate. There's no way. Is this an all-day slate? Sure is an all-day slate. So Merrill Kelly is priced at $10,500 on DraftKings or on Fanduel, whereas Scherzer is down. Where is Scherzer? Oh, is he not listed yet? Maybe he just got put up. 9,200. Looking at this, Scherzer's coming off a really good game against the Astros. 8 innings pitched. We had him in there just because he's been pitching well, except for against the Yankees. Against the Astros, 1 walk, 4 hits, 8 strikeouts, 1 earned run, 55 fantasy points. He's got a really good matchup career-wise against the Phillies, but 208 plate appearances are a ton, so there might be a couple of bats that jump out. Christopher Sanchez here, 25 plate appearances, 238. I would take maybe a little bit of exposure to Sanchez. This will be his 3rd start. He hasn't gone 5 innings, though. That's the one thing that just scares me. If he doesn't go 5 innings, if he doesn't get the strikeouts, he's not going to get the W. He's not going to get the fantasy points that we need. So probably leaning more towards Scherzer. But if you want to look at the Phillies bats that have had success in the past, I mean, obviously, look, Real Muto's seen him a ton. 7 for 61, 1 double, 2 home runs. That's a 115 batting average. In 66 plate appearances, he struck him out 18 times. Harper, 6 for 22, 2 doubles, 3 home runs, 9 strikeouts, batting 273. Schwarber's unbelievable. 4 for 15 with 2 home runs, 267. I love Schwarber, especially if he leads off in this one. Wouldn't be surprised if he hits a home run. Castellanos, 5 for 22, 2 doubles, but he has 10 strikeouts there as well. So there's just some bats that we like against Scherzer, but I think I'll have more exposure to Scherzer than the Phillies bats. Rangers at the Yankees is next. This one got pushed back. Severino in yesterday's video was the probable pitcher for Friday and got pushed back. He's, Clark Schmidt actually held the Rangers down. Ended up going into extra innings. The Yankees lost it, I believe, in the 10th. Gave up a 2-run home run right off the bat. John Gray versus Sevy. You got Gray, 55 plate appearances, 176 batting average, 27.3 K. That's not bad for 55 plate appearances. He is coming off a terrible start against Toronto, 2.1 innings. 2 strikeouts, 6 earned runs, -5 fantasy points. Had a really good game against St. Louis. Had a complete game against St. Louis. 4 hits, 12 strikeouts, 1 earned run, 64 fantasy points. He's had pretty good starts. Seattle, 46 fantasy points. Baltimore, 52. When the Yankees are on, they're hitting well, but they're striking out a lot, especially if Donaldson is in there. If Donaldson and Stanton are both in the starting lineup, that's like almost guaranteed 8 strikeouts for the game. Right there, just those 4. So I will have exposure to both of these pitchers. I'll have more exposure to Gray. I think Sevy is more of a tournament option. Sevy's gotten rocked this year, but he's also had good starts. Thought he was maybe hurt again, but he's looking like he's okay. Still weary on him, so that's why Gray is cash and Sevy is tournament. Oakland and the Blue Jays, Hogan Harris versus Jose Barrios. I won't be using Hogan Harris. Barrios is coming off a bad start, his last start, but he's got a great matchup against Oakland. 33 plate appearances, 333 batting average, 15.2. He's looked terrible to start the season, looked terrible last year, but has turned it around. He is coming off a bad start. His last start, I'm trying to see who it was against. I can't quite remember. Against Miami. 4 innings, 5 earned runs, 4 strikeouts. So he was on the track with the strikeouts. He just got yanked because of the 5 earned runs. But before that, he faced Baltimore. I'm trying to see if he's faced Oakland this year. He has not. But I love this matchup. I do wish it was in Oakland, but I'm all over Barrios here, both cash and GPP. And just depending on what lineup, what bats come out against Hogan Harris, maybe a Toronto stack of like Vladdy, who hit a home run yesterday. Bichette looks like he's back. Matt Chapman. I don't mind those bats there. Whit Merrifield if he's in there as well. Royals at the Rays. You got Jordan Lyles versus to be announced. Lyles, 72 plate appearance. It doesn't matter. I'm not taking Lyles against Tampa Bay. It'll really depend on the lineup that comes out of there. Arozarena, wouldn't be surprised if he has a good game. Taylor Walls, 2 for 5 with a double. Josh Lowe, 4 for 8 with a double and triple. Mejia 4 for 7 with a double and a home run. Rosarena 3 for 10 with 2 home runs there. So yeah, I will be looking at a Tampa Bay stack. We'll just have to wait to see the lineup that comes out for them. Braves at the Reds, guys. I don't know what to say. The Reds are the hottest team, and if you would have told me a month ago, I'd be sitting here on a June 24th video saying the Reds are the hottest team in baseball right now, you would have laughed at me. You would have absolutely laughed at me, and there is no chance that I would have believed you. I'm stacking the Reds until they just stop scoring. Is it 14 game or what? Hold on. This is why I'm so it's unbelievable. Cincy is in first place. They've won 12 straight. They're in first by 1.5 games over Milwaukee. Votto had 2 home runs on Friday. Elly De La Cruz had he hit for the cycle. Jake Fraley hit a home run. What pisses me off is I took a 2-bet. I did a live bet because I forgot to put my bets in. I put Elly De La Cruz hit a home run. Then I put Nate Lowe, where I almost did Elly De La Cruz, Jake Fraley, and Votto, and I would have won $1,000. I was using our cheat sheet. I was using our prop bets sheet. I was looking at BVP as well, and I almost took those 3 to hit a home run, and I'm very mad that I did that. That I didn't take it. So yeah, I'm not taking Ashcraft because I think this game could be a higher scoring game again. I want nothing to do with either of these pitchers. I am looking at stacks on both sides because that's what I told you in yesterday's video. Great American Small Park, lots of home runs. You had Matt Olson home run. You had 2 Votto home runs. You had a Fraley home run. You had a De La Cruz home run. I'm going back to the well. I'm looking at those exact same players against this slate. I'm looking at De La Cruz. I'm looking at Votto. I'm looking at Fraley. I'm looking at Friedel. India. Flip side of that, I'm looking at Acuna. I'm looking at Olson. Darno, he was in our lineups. He had a home run. Darno's been on fire. This game should be a high-scoring game. Would not be surprised if the over-under is 9.5. It's not out yet. Haven't seen it. I'm going to say 9.5 to start. Might even be a higher over-under than Coors, and that's saying something. Then you got the Red Sox at the White Sox as the next game. You got James Paxton versus Lance Lynn. Paxton, 52 plate appearances, 275. Still doing good, still not hurt. We're going to be on the Paxton train until he gets hurt. Lance Lynn, 37 plate appearances, 229 batting average. I'm stacking against Fat Boy here. Don't know who I'm stacking yet. Probably Devers, who had a home run on Friday. Verdugo, Yoshida. Depending on the lineup that comes out, be looking at the lefties. I do wish this game were in Boston. Be a better chance for runs if you look at the stadium ratings. But yeah, looking at Paxton, not looking at Lynn, looking at the Red Sox as a stack. Pirates at the Marlins is next. Osvaldo Bido versus Brian Hoeing. I don't want anything to do. I don't know if I'll have anything to do with this game, to be honest with you. We'll wait to see what bats maybe, but Bito's never faced him before. Hoeing's faced one, and that's it. So probably not going to have exposure to this game at all. So we're going to skip it right now. If something comes up, I'll put it in the comments, or it'll be in our BVP cheat sheet, stuff like that. There will be no BVP here because it'll all be zeros. Brewers at the Guardians is next. Freddie Peralta versus Tanner Bibby. Peralta, 15 plate appearances, .077 batting average. I don't mind him. I like Peralta here. Probably going to take the over on whatever strikeout prop is on the website. Wouldn't be surprised if the over-under is 5.5. Think I'll take that. DFS-wise, no bats jump out to me, to be completely honest with you right now. So I'd rather take Peralta, and then we have other games to take bats with. Astros at the Dodgers is next. Ronel Blanco versus Bobby Miller. Blanco, 1 plate appearance. Obviously nothing. Bobby Miller's never faced them before. These are 2 really good offenses. You could throw both of these pitchers in tournaments, and I guess I'm okay with that. Just kind of looking. We took Blanco his last start. I want to say it was against Oakland, right? No, it was against Cincy. and 5.2 innings, 5 earned runs. That's the last time I took a pitcher against Cincinnati. Blanco in this coming in with a 1-0 record, but a 4.66 ERA and a 1.69 WHIP in only 29 innings. I'm stacking both sides of this ball. And then Bobby Miller here. Bobby Miller, 3-1 record, 2.83 ERA. He's faced the Giants, the Phillies, the Yankees, the Nationals, and the Braves. He's had his only bad start was his last start against San Francisco, where he gave up 7 earned runs, had 11 fantasy points. Other than that, he had 49 fantasy points, 43, 37, and 33. I'll have some exposure to Miller. I'll have some exposure to both of these guys. I think, again, it's got to be only a GPP. I don't trust him in anything but a tournament. And then the bats will really depend. I mean, the normal bats in these games, so we'll have to wait for the lineups to come out, but wouldn't be surprised if you want to stack on both sides. Twins at the Tigers is next. Pablo Lopez versus Reese Olson. Lopez, 13 plate appearances, .077. Reese never faced them before. Looking at this, did we use Pablo as last start? I think we did use Pablo as last start against Boston. 9 strikeouts, but he gave up 4 earned runs in 5.2 innings, so only got 32 fantasy points. But he's coming in, 3-4 record, 4.4 ERA, so it's kind of high, but 110 strikeouts in 90 innings. I'll take that. And then Reese Olson, this will be his, fifth start? This will be his 5th start, yep. We took him in his last start against Kansas City because, guys, if you've been watching us, I say take them against Kansas City. Take a pitcher against Kansas City. 6 innings, 8 strikeouts. Did give up 3 earned runs and a walk, so he only had 37 fantasy points, but it was his best outing. I like this matchup a little bit. I think both of these pitchers are tournament only. I'm not trusting them in cash just because somehow Detroit's been hitting when they want to, and Lopez has been off a little bit. So I'll have exposure to both sides. As of now, I probably have no exposure to Tigers bats. There might be a couple of Twins bats, depending on when the lineup comes out and who it is, the weather and everything like that is where I'd be looking as well. So that's my thought in this game. Nationals at the Padres is next. Josiah Gray versus Matt Waldron. Waldron, is this his I believe this is his debut, or is it his second one? Waldron is not even on Fanduel yet. He'll probably be added in. Probably wouldn't. I might take him. It's cheap unless he's, pitch count or not going to go very deep into games. But I will be stacking the Padres against Josiah Gray, Soto, Sanchez, Machado, Tatis, Jake Cronenworth on here. Matt Carpenter maybe if he's in there as a very cheap option, but you could mix and match with their Padres bats. Then the final game on the slate, Angels at the Rockies, will have nothing to do with this game. On the pitching side, I will look at the bats. You saw it yesterday. I said I really like the bats there. Some of our lineups had Ohtani and Trout there. Both had home runs. We were all over Ohtani, Trout, Drury, who's Renfroe, Taylor Ward. Flip side of that, the bats, they really haven't faced each other much. Colorado side, if I'm taking any Colorado bats, trying to think, Ryan McMahon, obviously, possibly a little bit of Tovar, Diaz as their catcher, Jurickson Profar, I don't mind him either. Nolan Jones as a cheap option, batting .337. Grichuk is batting .298. So I'll have exposure to both sides of this ball, both sides of the offenses here, but no pitching. And that's it. That is the final game on this massive slate. So to recap, if you're not playing the all-day slate in this one, get yourself into sports betting. If you have not already signed up to Fanduel or DraftKings Sportsbook or DFS site, and you want to use our links, and you use our referral link for either site or both, you will receive the rest of the MLB season completely free. If you sign up with our link on both of the sites and deposit, you'll receive the rest of the MLB season and the entire NFL season completely free, full access to the website, all sports betting, all day. So, to recap, stacking this game. If you can't, sports bet it. And that's it. That's the breakdown. They're usually a little bit longer videos, but hopefully very informative for you. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, like this video. Trying really hard to get our first video of 125 likes here. I know we can do it if you guys watch it. So with all of the views, 125 likes should be simple. If we get it and you leave a positive comment, your name will be thrown on random.org and you will have a chance to win the MLB season absolutely free. That's all I've got in this video. Go check out all of our social media. Hit the bell notification. Go check out our YouTube shorts as well. We're expanding into there, hopefully to have a little bit of fun. So good luck on this slate, everyone. Let's bring home some bacon. Peace.